Now, Gauteng Police Commissioner Elias Mawela has led an Okae Molao operation in Tembisa, where crime has become a constant concern. There have been several vigilante attacks, and the community has marched to the police station to show their frustration with crime. Our reporter Manqoba Mchunu is covering that story for us and joins us now. Good afternoon, Manqoba. How's that operation been progressing so far?
I can tell you that that operation is still continuing here in Tembisa. Of course, the police earlier on were in another section of Tembisa where there was a roadblock that was conducted. We've seen members of the National Traffic Department, members of the Gauteng Traffic Department, Home Affairs officials, as well as SEPS members, both from the province and Metro Police as well. So it is quite an intense operation that is taking place here. They are leaving no stone unturned, looking at the various issues around this community. Of course, crime is a huge concern here in Tembisa, given that there has been an increase in some of the serious crimes in this community, which include car hijacking, which we know has gone up by about 38%. There's also been an increase when it comes to the issue of a murder, which has gone up by a staggering 111% in this community. But I'm going to catch up with the Premier. He's been walking the streets here, speaking to residents, going house to house and speaking to residents, just gauging them on what it is they feel about crime in this community. Premier, what are residents telling you about what they're feeling about crime in this community? We've spoken to some of them who are saying that they're quite concerned they can't walk on the streets at night.
Yes, certainly the interaction we had with people in the streets here is giving us a very good feedback. During the State of the Province address, I said crime has risen to compete with the priority of jobs and unemployment. And it is true, we can feel it here. People are saying they are not feeling safe when they walk. They get robbed in the streets. Those who come back from work late. There's also lots of illegal weapons in here. The operations we have been conducting with the police since early this morning were also about the recovery of illegal firearms, but also the police, there are people who are wanted suspects for a lot of crimes, and the police have, in some of the areas, the police have been able to get them, but we also getting communities here to say to them, if they work with our police, we will make a great deal of progress. We need communities to be organized. We don't want vigilante groups, but we want communities to be organized, to work with the local police officers. Our leadership of the police who are with me here also got feedback. In some areas, people are very reluctant to report crime to the police because they say some of the police officers themselves are involved in criminal activity. But action is being taken. I have seen the evidence of the police officers who are being brought to book because they are involved in crime. So we want to work with local communities to deal with crime. Crime is one of those areas of priority in Gauteng.
Okay, let me move on quickly just to the acting police commissioner, just to find out, provincial commissioner, about this operation, and so far how many people you've arrested. How is it going?
Good afternoon and good afternoon to our viewers. I'm the Deputy Provincial Commissioner for Policing. Thus far, since we started here in Tembisa, I must indicate that we had 806 suspects arrested, of which we cross over since Thursday up until this morning. We had a total of 165 gender-based violence, of which 161 is women and then 4 it's females. But out of that, during this process, when we compiled this report, we were in a position to can flag people who have been convicted or appeared in court. We're having one for Honeydew case. This person was arrested for murder, and then the person got a life imprisonment. Also in Itwatwa, which is a Guruleni district, we had a person arrested for 2 counts of rape, of which ultimately was convicted for life imprisonment. During the course of these operational activities, we are, of course, had a total of 10 shebins closed and 12 illegal immigrants, of which we have picked up, of which they have to do the verification. We're having a total of 6 drugs, and then amongst the drugs there's a hardcore drugs, like a crystal meth. So we are in this space with the Premier. We also had some problems of which the community raised concern with illegal occupation of land, of which they were at the police station in this particular area in Tsenelong, of which we tried to resolve that problem. And currently we are here with the Premier. This space, which is Extension 7 and Extension 4 on that other side.
Let me ask you this question, just to cut you short because of time.
Yeah.
Community members we've spoken to are saying that police here are not doing their jobs. Police here are trying their best sometimes, but at most times they're not doing their jobs. How are you going to address that issue? Because there seems to be a break of trust when it comes to the police and the community.
Yeah, I was coming to that issue to say currently we're here at Extension 7 and Extension 4. Here, the main issue here is the issue of vigilantism. Vigilantism of which the community, they're taking the law into their own hands. The message is that the community should not do that because we have a concrete structure within the police station, which is Community Policing Forum.
But they're saying that it's not working for them.
It might be indicated that it's not working, but the main issue is that the crime is committed within the community, by the community. So we have to forge that collaborations in ensuring that we work closely together. There are sector managers during the course of the meetings for the engagements. They ensure that there's that engagement whereupon the numbers are shared with the community. The other issue is the question of the reaction time. The issue of vehicles have been raised. We indicated that there are cars which can respond to the concerns of the community, but you have a challenge of cars which are taken to the garages.
Okay, let me stop you for now because of time. We'll have another chat later a bit on Deputy Provincial Commissioner. The Deputy Provincial Commissioner is laying out some of the issues that they've come across in this particular community, but the operation itself, Fundo, does continue.